Yo, yo. What up? What up? Yo. What up? What up? Hey. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Benny's crib. What up? Yeah, just leave your shoes over there. It's cool. Yeah, thanks. Does that sound cool? Yo, what up? Welcome to Benny's crib. Portland, Maine. It is a beautiful night, and we are doing an episode here at Benny's crib that I'm quite excited for. As you know, this is pretty much started as a hip-hop podcast or relating to that world, and we've expanded into not just covering, creators of hip-hop music, but singers, producers, even videographers. Shout out Josh Hand, who have intertwined into these worlds. And tonight we have another videographer, someone who's not only a friend of mine, but a huge friend to the Benny's Crib brand. Oftentimes the one shooting the video and photo for Benny's Crib. They're out here as a 207 established videographer and photographer, working heavily in the music realm, especially doing some dope hip-hop shit. Tristan Anderson, how are you, my friend?
Benny, my guy. Thanks for having me.
Hey. First question I'm going to ask you that's not actually pertaining to my written ones, but kind of just one that popped in my head. How does it feel to be sitting down here getting interviewed when usually you're the one filming it?
Oh, it's weird, dude. It's weird.
It is kind of weird seeing you myself. I'm like, shit, why is Tristan this close to me?
I know.
He's usually walking around.
I should be working.
Damn. Well, sometimes life throws you weird moments, and all we got to do is be grateful that we're here and keep going. Let's ask you the first official question, my friend. You probably heard it several times now. Do you want to guess what it's going to be?
First memory of hip-hop?
What's your first memory of hip-hop, Tristan?
So my first memory of hip-hop was, I want to say it was in 5th grade, Crank That by Soulja Boy.
That's awesome.
That was the first thing I heard, because before then I was listening to more kind of like rock, heavy, just
alternative
by my
stuff.
Stuff like that, and that was my first taste of hip-hop.
Hell
and
yeah.
From there it was like Lil Wayne, and then just spiraled.
A lot of the popular cats.
Yeah.
How young are you, or how old are you? What's your age?
I was like 10.
10? How old?
Yeah.
What about right now?
I'm 25.
25. Cool. Oh, yeah, so yeah.
15 years ago.
I'm 2 years older than you, but still, Soulja Boy was mad prevalent in my middle school, junior high days.
Yep.
He's been actually mentioned by several guests as an initial memory. How could you not see Soulja Boy wherever you went as like a youngin' in 2006, 2007?
He was everywhere.
And he's still decently relevant,
Definitely.
which is pretty wild. I think he did some kind of messed up shit though. I think he assaulted somebody. I'm not gonna front like his assistant or something. I could be misinterpreting it fully, but I'm pretty sure Soulja Boy acted within some range that I did not fuck with recently. But that's not for here nor there.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep up tabs on all the shit now.
Yeah.
That happens with news. Regardless, Soulja Boy is mad popular. I remember Soulja Boy as well. It's a pretty funny first memory, Tristan. I wanted to also spin that question, maybe put it more into your field. This is a pretty hard question to answer, I would guess. But what is your first memory of video?
First memory of video.
Like, that could be a home video your parents made, a music video you saw on TV, the first time you remember watching TV. Like, you remember any, early memories where you just, were, stuck watching something?
Oh, man.
That's a really tough one, B.
That is a tough one. I mean, not necessarily. It's so hard to say. There's so many sort of vague memories of just being a child.
I can't honestly think the first...
Seeing the TV.
Yeah.
And trying to think of, what the first actual music video I saw was. I can't think of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, put in... It probably was things that I wasn't even searching myself. It was just on TV, an older cousin's or something like that house.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very tough question. We'll get back to that if it pops in your head. But let's focus more on the early days of Tristan before you really were known as a videographer. Where were you born?
So I was born in Damariscotta, Maine, up north.
They got, clams up there or something like that?
They got clams.
Is there a festival
lobster.
up there?
Yeah, I think there might be.
In a lake?
Something like that.
Is there
so
a lake?
I didn't,
Lake Damariscotta?
I was born there, but I grew up in Camden with my mom.
On the coast, right?
On the
That's
coast.
with, Rockland.
Exactly. Rockland, Rockport.
And Camden are all chilling.
Camden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in Camden with my mom, and then Warren with my dad.
Warren. Where's
Warren's
that?
like 20 minutes south. It's kind of just like the woods.
Oh, nice.
Maine State Prison.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful nightlife, beautiful culture.
You know.
But you were pretty much in the same mid-coast area.
Mm-hmm.
Is Damariscotta like the closest hospital to that area or some shit? That's so weird.
Well,
It's like
yes and
Auburn,
no.
right? Like, doesn't I feel like Auburn and Lewiston has to have a big ass hospital over there?
yeah. Oh, we're closer to, I think, Damariscotta.
Yeah, interesting.
Um,
I had no clue. That's the funny thing about Maine. Even in these places that are probably not the most populous in terms of how many people are living there and shit year round, you still need to have an ER in a certain radius, right? It's almost like
Mhm.
there's state liabilities you have to have. Like within a certain radius of miles, I feel like they probably have to have a hospital. But
for sure. No,
so
for sure.
it's very interesting. I don't know why this is a very tangent thought, but it kind of reminds me of the same thing of like random institutions and kind of like bumfuck places in Maine in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
obviously there's going to be people working at that hospital and shit, but I think about like the farther north you go, like there's got to be a hospital way up there, or even
Mhm.
like different type of building, like heavily, but kind of the same theme. Like, you know, when you're driving up to deep Maine and there's like a random Dunkin' Donuts somewhere. Like,
Totally.
How the
They're
fuck
everywhere.
does this place run? Like,
Yeah.
there's some Dunkin' Donuts regional person that drives all the way up here and has to like meet with these people.
Mhm.
Like, who's working here? Who has the motivation to really make this Dunkin' Donuts great? Like, it's in the middle of nowhere. I always think that's so
the
funny.
hardworking locals.
You can go to the depths of Maine bumfuckery, and there's gonna be like a McDonald's or a Dunkin' Donuts.
Without a doubt.
That's capitalism
Without
to you
a
in the
doubt.
modern age. Well, did you have like a small or a large family growing up? Were you like always around people, or was it kind of more chilling by yourself?
Small.
Mm.
Pretty small. I mean, I have a younger sister named
Mm.
Grace. So it was just me and her. Although my grandparents were heavily involved in my life growing up,
Mm.
so we did have them, you know, my uncle, aunts. My mom has a big family, and I mean, we would get together sometimes as kids, but
I feel that.
Not-
I
not as
resonate with that
close.
heavily. I just have a younger sibling myself,
yeah.
and pretty much just chill with my grandparents and my cousins a little bit.
Yeah.
Not heavily, but a little bit. It's so weird talking to you. I'm not gonna front.
I know, man.
I
I
keep
know.
thinking like we're just talking, shooting the shit like after the podcast, but I'm having a professional, detailed, question list created interview with you, and it's just like, oh shit, this is kind of interesting, Tristan. I forget that there's always gonna be more to people, even ones you hang out with a lot. You never know their full story until you ask these questions. But that's something I resonate with, that small family, youth upbringing.
For sure.
Let's keep it in the youth upbringing area, but more so in a personal sense. That sounds like a very like, oh, what's he gonna say? It's actually pretty chill. What were your hobbies growing up? What did you spend your time doing as a young man?
Hobbies? Oh, dude. I mean, skateboarding.
I knew. I could just tell you were a
Yeah,
skateboard kid.
skateboarding.
Well, you got the Palace skateboards hat on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, started skating when I was 10. Still
Mm.
do it.
Mm.
So that like consumed my
Was it
life.
regular versus goofy? Is that what it is?
Yep.
What do you
Oh, I'm regular.
regular?
I'm
Gotcha,
regular.
Got you.
Yeah. Regular stance.
Was it a good park where you grew up?
Oh, dude, that's kind of the weird thing. So the park was owned by the teen center. So you could only skate it during teen center hours. And they
what?
you like had to be monitored by a chaperone that worked at the teen center.
Is Teen Center like a community area for youngins to chill?
Pretty much.
Mm.
Yeah. And so I
Funded
guess
by the town.
we had it like there was a skate park in a lot.
Mm.
I wasn't skating at that time. I was super young. I guess they took it from that lot, put it behind the teen center. And ever since then, the teen center ran it strict with the rules. Like you had to wear a helmet. At one point, they
Kind of
weren't
being
even-
narcs.
Huh?
Kind of being narcs a little bit. Not to
Major
not to
buzzkills.
hate, but skateboarding isn't the best culture to have a stringent, strict, authoritative vibe with, in my opinion.
Well, the worst part about it was like the hours. Is like we couldn't just go skate whenever we had the time.
That's
or, like,
tough. Yeah,
wanted
especially
to.
like let's say they're closed on weekends, maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be rough, man. Nice summer night. You want to hit like an 8 a.m. bowl session? 8 p.m. bowl session, excuse me.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like sunset.
Whatever hour.
I feel like sunset at the skate park's one of the best vibes, too.
It had a nice sunset, for sure.
But not if they locked up.
So that was a bummer, but then we just started jumping the fence.
Allegedly. Hell
Allegedly.
yeah.
Allegedly. we
That's
jumped
pretty
the fence
badass. I
once,
like that.
skated.
Hey, if life blocks up your skateboard, or if life blocks up your skate park, hop the fence.
We had to. You like can't. Not like there's anywhere to really skate in downtown Camden.
And that's probably
but
pretty safe. Like, is it like you're literally like in a fenced-in area downtown that's like pretty heavily monitored probably by cameras too. Like y'all doing it
Yeah,
the safest way you can still by breaking the rules still.
exactly.
And I bet those memories
we couldn't do it in
molded you.
town, you know, where are we gonna do it? They have a park, but they wouldn't let us skate.
And you don't want to potentially start skating in public and have bystanders or business owners giving you shit. Skateboarders get like a lot of hate for no reason from people.
I agree.
How many videos have you seen where it's some older woman or older person and they're like bugging out and freaking out about some random person, you know, in law next to where they're working or something like that? I've seen a lot of videos.
I've seen it.
A lot. You've probably seen it in person, right?
I've seen it in person. I've filmed it in person.
What's your most wild skate park memory you can think of?
Skate park?
Just or skateboarding of someone being like a complete bozo.
Well, okay, this guy wasn't the one that pops in my head. This guy wasn't being like, he wasn't being like crazy towards us, but he's just like totally out of his mind. We're at the spot filming some stuff. This dude just walks up to us out of nowhere. He's old dude, just like sipping this plastic cup of water, and he's like saying all this crazy stuff about how like Dunkin' Donuts will change our DNA and stuff. Like he saw our donut bags. The spot was right near Dunkin' Donuts.
What the fuck?
And he was like just telling us about like how him and his brother were like taking pictures of flying saucers like when they were kids and stuff, which could be true.
That could
be true. But the whole donuts changing our DNA
He's
thing.
throwing heavy energy at you right away. If you pull up saying, "Hey, watch out for them donuts. They're gonna restructure your DNA." By the way, I got some pics of UFOs. But I don't know.
It was pretty weird. And now thinking back on it, then he started kind of saying some like weird racist shit.
Oh, fuck him.
You know, yeah, fuck him.
Hope he slipped on a fucking banana peel and cracked his head on the way home.
Yeah.
But let's get peaceful.
Yeah, so we got out of there.
Shout out skateboarding. You know? There you go. Cool. Skateboarding was a prevalent theme in your youth. Was there anything else that really you spent a lot of your time doing, or kind of just like kicking with homies?
Filming, dude.
Yes.
Filming.
That was my next question. Speak on it though, because I was gonna say, like, were you into filming at all when you were young too? Yeah,
I mean, I got fascinated with cameras kind of early. I don't know exactly what age.
Remember the time, like middle school,
yeah,
high school?
Yeah, I might have been like 7 or 8.
That's pretty fucking early to pick up a camera and be interested.
I was always just like so into making stuff when I was like, I mean, really little. I was big into Legos, drawing, stuff like that, but I would create these little Lego scenes at my grandmother's house.
I'm a huge Lego kid, by the way.
Dude,
I had thousands.
Sickest.
Thousands.
Yeah, they're the best. So made all these crazy little Lego scenes, and I would take my grandma's, like, I don't know what it was, some sort of cool pics, like point and shoot with a zoom on it.
Gotcha.
And I would make like stop motion
You making stop motion Lego vids as a youngin'?
Yeah. I mean, not even legit like on the computer. Like I figured out, or not figured it out, I guess, but you know, when you take a bunch,
trial and error,
move it a little bit, and then you just play it back on the camera, it's like stop motion like that.
So you're looking at it through the preview screen almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just, you know, kept sort of like, I mean, I pretty much always had a computer in my house growing up. But skateboarding, dude, that's really when like the video stuff took off for me and I got interested.
Hell yeah.
Parents bought me a camera.
I want to talk about that, but I'm not going to lie. I'm heavily a Legos kid.
Yeah.
So I want to pause the skateboard, getting into film, all that beautiful explosion and artistry that blossomed from your youth. But let's talk Legos real quick. What Legos did you play with a lot? Because I had like the Harry Potter ones, the Star Wars ones.
Yeah, me too.
Those were my favorite too.
Those two. Same.
Let's see if you did this, Tristan. Did you, when you were using Harry Potter characters and needed more wands, would you ever take the lightsabers from the Star Wars characters and put them in the hands of the...
No.
I used
that's
to
a
do
great
that.
hack.
I used to. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it too deep, but I probably had a big, like, I don't even know. It was like a desk, but it was almost like a huge work desk in my parents' kitchen. In like more the dining room area, probably the size of that futon you're sitting on. And for the podcast listeners, it's probably like a good 7-foot futon. This entire desk became my Lego home of creativity and creation, and I had, I want to say, like 20 little buildings. I had my own little mini Hogwarts built up.
That's crazy.
I had like Hagrid's hut. I had the Quidditch area. It was dumb.
Your parents let you leave it there?
Yeah,
Across the whole
they just
table?
let me
Dude.
like it was the leg. We had the kitchen table, and my sister had a little table. She got to have her toys on, and then I had my big old huge ass Lego table, and it was just like, I don't know, man. Just
Sounds sick, man.
the feeling of creativity as a youngin' when you're doing that shit. You can't even. Nothing compares to that, right?
Not a thing, especially having all that space to just
So lucky,
go crazy on.
so lucky. I actually had this like low key personal grudges at my parents when I was little, because I'm like, how come you guys didn't keep any of your toys or like baseball cards? Like I want that shit.
Mhm.
So I've kept all my baseball cards, and I've kept all my Legos like in these giant containers.
Sick.
I don't even know if I'm gonna have fucking kids, but just in case, I want those motherfuckers to just. I mean, can you imagine? 10 years old, someone brings down 10,000 Legos in a container.
I'd freak out.
Yeah, you'd probably like explode, have an aneurysm of
Mhm.
sorts. Tremendous. Well, I just wanted to shout out Legos, man. Simple creativity for
Shout
a
out
growing
Legos.
mind. It's huge, bro. Yeah, I will say, hey, Legos, y'all motherfuckers too expensive. Little kids gotta learn. You can't be just targeting to the bougie audiences. Drop your
Yeah.
prices, you broke bums. Or I guess they're rich. I don't know why I called them broke. I get angry when it becomes to creativity and accessibility. Regardless, let's pivot back to a very important subject. Skateboarding. You mentioned that skateboarding was the realm where you maybe potentially start to get into video more seriously.
Definitely. I mean, as soon as I started learning tricks, I started just like filming myself. That always seems to be like the sort of typical story, but it's like when you learn these tricks, you sort of want to like see how it looks when you do it.
Because you're not only like feeling the trick being done yourself, like you want to kind of watch it visually too,
Yeah.
third person.
You know, and from there, you know, it just sort of spirals into you filming your friends. You guys sort of evolve together, get better, and then you're
skate
filming
vids are
skate
huge too, man.
videos.
Everyone's making skate vids, I feel like, for the most part.
Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, that consumed my life up until college, pretty much.
Damn.
Just like skateboarding and filming skate videos.
So you're doing that as like an early teen, even younger, up to pretty much a late teen.
Yeah, definitely.
Where did you go, or you don't say where you went to college, but what did you study in college?
Yeah, well, I went to college in South Portland.
Got you.
I studied communications and new media.
Nice.
Which has been helpful
Yeah.
in this field. But
Definitely.
it's funny because when I went to when I actually was like going to college, I didn't really know what I was gonna be doing. I just sort of tried to pick a major that sort of had things I was already interested in.
Yeah.
And I was already into editing, but I was doing a bunch of different editing, not just videos, like photos, trying to do graphic design. I was trying to do a lot.
Get that tool belt built.
Yeah, you know, just try a little bit of everything, see sort of what sticks.
Hell yeah.
Video, obviously.
Hell yeah. Did you get your degree?
I did. Associate's
Congrats.
degree.
Is that 2?
So I did it.
2
It
years?
took me 3 years.
Whatever.
Allegedly, it's a 2-year program. But
Allegedly.
that's low key.
Come
I don't
on.
know.
Everyone's different here.
You know. No, so I mean, yeah, some people can do it in 2.
Yeah. The collegiate system's fucked too. Hey, Lego, fix that too. Fix these loans. That's a whole different story. Can you imagine if like you just like do that? Like be like, hey, yo, this company, use all your money and fix this.
And they do it.
That'd be like an actual system that had functionality and not greed running it. But we're not gonna let those themes get into the beautiful stories here at Brownie Script today. But I always just want to make sure motherfuckers remember shit ain't all peaches out there. I might be about spreading love and just celebrating life here in the podcast. But I honestly am always contextualizing that with. Actually, we mentioned it, I think, last episode or 2 episodes ago. Like, shit isn't always good out here. And
It's fact.
times are really tough for a lot of artists, especially now, the pandemic. And, you know, I don't like toxic positivity where it's like everything's good all the time. Sometimes
Totally.
shit is not right, B. And shit is
that's
not
true.
right. Lego, get everybody jobs. Of course. That's okay. If you pass through the camera, you're okay. Podcast people, we got someone else filming tonight. We got Oliver. What's your last name, Oliver?
Let's call it Renewski.
Renewski, Oliver Renewski, renowned and renowned here, the new boy on the campus, the new youngin' on the block,
Shout
and
out Ollie.
we might be talking
No,
to him
no.
in the background, just so you know. Benny's Crib's about too being a high professional level of journalism, while also understanding that there's technical glitches and bumps and things you got to go through. And I'm a one man here. I'm a one man budget, y'all. I can't be making everything look like a goddamn pitchfork interview. So sometimes shit gonna be a little I don't know. How would like a little rugged individualism?
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
We roll with the punches here.
Raw.
So you can walk in front of the video. You can ask me questions. I'm pretty good at incorporating things into the. Would you agree I can incorporate? Okay, good.
Absolutely.
I need a third person. I need a third person perspective in this bitch. Tristan, I want to keep talking about you getting into film and such, but one thing I want to talk about that I still had on my list of questions pertaining to your youth was, were you into any like movies or TV, or like was there any music videos that really captured you visually?
Not music videos. I got into music videos later. I was definitely watching TV quite a bit as a kid.
What were your shows?
Shows like Pokemon.
Gas.
I mean, how young are we talking?
Pretty much from when you can remember to like when you're, I don't know, like in high school still, man.
It was really like, because we sort of had this moment in my household where my dad like cut the cable off because he was like, yo, you and your sister are watching too much TV.
My dad did not like cable either. He tried to
Yeah.
86 and cancel SpongeBob in my household.
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob almost got canceled. I had to watch it at daycare and covert missions, B.
Oh my god, dude. I was definitely watching SpongeBob when I was young. But yeah, we had that moment where he's like, oh, you and your sister are watching too much TV. Like, we're not going to do TV anymore.
Damn.
And ever since then, I sort of, at the time I was like, oh, fuck. You know?
That's a devastating day. That's worse than a parent. No, I won't say that. That's worse than like an extended aunt dying or something. Some family member you never met before.
It hurt. It hurt for sure.
Dark.
But I mean, in the end, it's really for the better. Like we would watch movies together as a family.
Nice.
And I got off topic here.
That's
TV
okay.
getting cut off.
What were your favorite things to watch on TV? What programs?
Oh, Pokemon, like I said.
Yeah.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Like,
dope too.
You know, the kind of anime type cartoon stuff.
Traditional
when I was really
dope
young.
shit. Naruto at all? You into the Naruto?
Naruto I fucked with for sure. And then when I got older and like that whole thing went down at my dad's house, I sort of just like almost like basically just stopped watching TV.
No shit.
Altogether. And still to this day haven't owned a TV in years. I only really watch stuff on my computer if I'm like with my girlfriend or, you know, with my
Chilling.
roommates. We'll watch a movie but I'm not a very big show guy.
The videographer who's too busy making videos to be watching videos.
That's a fact.
I like that.
But, you know, here and there.
Sweet. Well, let's really get into maybe the camera shit, if I can call it that. You mentioned this, but when did you officially pick up your first camera? Were you like taking it seriously? Like, was that as a teen, in the skate videos?
Taking it seriously? Yeah. I'd say when I really started taking it serious was when I got the Sony VX1000.
When was that?
That was, oh, dude, dang. I don't even really know how old I was. Maybe 16.
So still in high school.
Something like that. Definitely still in high school.
Got you.
Yeah, probably 16, 17. And that's the VX1000 is sort of like the camera in early skateboarding to like film stuff on. So I was super hyped.
Hell yeah.
It's old school though. It takes like tapes.
Hell yeah.
But
for real? That's pretty cool.
Mini DV tapes.
Those probably ain't the most cheap thing.
No, I mean, not anymore. They're hard to find now. I mean, the whole thing's hard to use just because it's so outdated at this point.
It does sound archaic in the digital world.
It's cool though. It's a look. It's definitely like that old school skate look.
I love that. Oh, I grew up on those like 90s Kareem Campbell type shits, you know, like street vids, motherfuckers hitting rails and Mike Vallely, that kind of shit.
No doubt. That's what we were all watching. So I guess I watched skate videos a lot as a kid.
Skate videos are different. I mean,
teens.
skate videos are really important too because you can often get tapped into some really good music, like punk, hardcore,
dude.
hip hop.
Skateboarding has put me on to so much new music. It's like unbelievable.
Shout out skateboarding, man.
So many different genres.
It's been a huge theme. I can't really lie. I think at least 10%. That's a lot. Let's say I've done 85 guest interviews. We'll say I've done 5 repeat episodes. So we say 80 fresh interviews. That's a lot, A, holy fuck. But B, I would honestly say 5 to 8 have said skateboarding has been a part of their youth. Because you've been here for a good amount of them, too. And you probably heard that before, right?
For sure. Quite a few times.
Skateboarding and hip-hop go hand in hand.
Definitely.
Oh, phew, I thought the GoPro was off. I didn't shitted myself. Last week, the Pink Navel episode, shit done frozen us. Moment of silence. We're back. Tristan and I were pretty heartbroken, I'm not going to lie. But that was still a good episode. And shout out Pink Navel.
Great
Pink
combo.
Navel has the #2 hip-hop album on Bandcamp right now.
Does he?
On the or they go by they. But
My fault.
yeah, no sweat, love. They have the #2 motherfucking album, yo. On Bandcamp. That's a horn right there.
Congrats.
And they were here chilling last week.
Hell yeah.
Man got something to say, even though they're more from Mass. You know what I'm saying, Tristan. I don't have to explain nothing to you. So were you interested in video first over photo?
Yes. I would say yes. Just with the skate stuff.
Because I was going to ask, which one were you into first, photo or video? What were you primarily shooting? But it sounds like video was the primary thing you're interested in first over photo.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Just through the skate videos.
I feel like skate videos, I've seen, not that skateboarding photography isn't a huge culture, but I feel like I've seen a lot of skate videos like more prevalently, that's a tough word to say, prevalently, in my youth than I saw like specific just like photo books or something like that.
Totally.
When did the photos begin though?
I definitely always played around with photos.
So you mentioned the stop motion Lego shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, so that's the very earliest for sure. And I'm sure I used my grandma's cam to capture some other stuff, but that memory sticks with me the hardest for sure.
Hell yeah.
I started taking photos more like high school-ish. Was when I sort of hopped back into it from the whole video.
What specifically were you shooting?
Skateboarding.
Nice.
Surprise.
Consistent. Easy answers tonight from Tristan.
Skateboarding, and then during college is when I sort of discovered like a love for photography.
Hell yeah.
I took a photo class, and I took some portraits of one of my classmates. It was like one of our projects. I think it was our first project. And just the way like the light came in from the window and like hit their face, and they were against this wall. I was just like, I sort of saw photography in like a new light almost. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I want to play with this some more. So I just started, really got captivated by taking portraits of people, mostly close friends, people close to me. Cool. So did that all through college. Still do that.
Yeah, you do great portraits of
appreciate you.
Guests here.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When did you move to the Portland area?
For college? For college. I was 18.
Living on campus?
No. So my buddy Dave, who I haven't seen in a while, first roommate, shout out Dave. Him and I got together, and we realized that it was actually it would be cheaper for us to live off campus and have an apartment.
No shit.
So we're like, oh, that'd be way cooler anyway.
Yeah.
So
youngins, freshmen with the off-campus housing.
Yeah, dude.
Watch out.
Living it up.
Watch out.
Living it up.
Should we get another drink? You want another beverage? You brought some beverages.
Yeah, sure. What do we got?
Oliver, can you help? I cannot see.
Are there 3?
You brought 3, right?
I think there are 3. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to assume too. These are your beverages.
No. Brought them for you guys.
Yeah, Tristan brought a little variety pack, the tea pack.
Take your pick. Take your pick.
Just flush them out, Oliver. Everything is everything over here.
I'm just gonna base off your faces.
Hey, I'm not even looking. I'm just gonna put my hand down. I'll take whatever I can get.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Do you want to pick one though?
No,
were you were grabbing it this one earlier? Do you want this one?
Oh, this is a hard seltzy.
Hey, yeah, give me the seltzer actually.
Yeah,
I'll
actually,
take the
let me get
Everyone just traded everything.
Hey, this is what I wanted.
Is that what you wanted?
Really? This is what I wanted.
Sick. All right.
But I take what I could get at the same time. Hey, here's to us.
Gentlemen.
Cheers.
Am I supposed to crack it first?
I don't know. And I found out that Oliver also, I think we got it. Oh, in the frame too. Fuck yeah. We found out that Oliver was actually gifted a plethora, a giant box of Legos from his uncle.
Roughly
just like
a million pieces.
Roughly a million pieces. And what how would you describe that?
It was like unreal. I mean,
an unreal moment.
Like I probably almost passed out.
Almost passed out.
I want to pass out just thinking.
He's
about
gonna
it
pass
right
out just thinking about it. Calm night. I'm just kidding. Oh, he's out. Oh fuck, guys. I'm just kidding. Gotcha. This is fun. Incorporating things that are off camera into the on camera world. We break the fourth wall every fucking day.
Yes, sir.
That's what we do here. Tremendous. You moved here. The first time I remember seeing you out here in these streets, what year did you move here, by the way?
Oh, so
I was here in 2018 for my first year.
I graduated in 2014, so might have been late that year.
Damn, 2015, you've been out here for that long?
2015.
Oh, this is a
I don't really
seltzer.
remember. This was like 2015. Yeah,
Pomegranate and acai. This is interesting.
it's pretty good.
Hit me different. Whew, got my motherfucking taste buds spinning. But you've been out here for like, what, 6 years now?
A minute. Yeah.
A minute.
I moved away for a little bit, about a year.
Oh, yeah, you were like talk about that real quick. Where did you move?
I moved to Oceanside, California, first spot with my homie from high school, Eamon.
How long?
I was only there 6 months.
That's a decent long time. What would you take away from that experience?
Oh man, so much. I don't even know how to sum it up. It was just something I always wanted to do. Just go out to California, just like the young skater dream.
West Coast.
West Coast,
So
baby.
Tony Alva empty fucking pools.
Yeah, man. I never skated an empty pool out there. Well, at the skate park I did.
Pull
but
a
not
what is it?
in the street?
Never pulled a dog town.
Hop the fence. Hit
Yeah,
the fucking,
yeah. What's
the
that?
banks.
That's a movie, right? Lords of Dogtown.
yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good ass movie.
Yeah, dude. I have 3 copies of it for some reason.
I have one copy of it here in my movie collection. Actually, I think I was because I was big into skateboarding growing up too.
Yeah.
Because my friends all skateboarded, and then longboarding became the big thing everybody did, which is way different than skateboarding, but you're still on the street on the asphalt with wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I was anxious and overweight, so I just biked everywhere with everybody.
Dude,
But I
biking's great.
Biking's tremendous, bro. I had a BMX bike with no
Biking's
brakes, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to make do. There's
No
a lot of hills in
brakes.
my town, B.
That's reckless.
Yeah, shit gets pretty wild. I ain't gonna front. But shout out youth and positive experience moving to California. You came back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no doubt. I learned a lot. It was definitely a big jump going from just being in Maine my whole life and packing up my whip and sending it with my cat.
Peace.
My one homie.
I'm
Shout
out.
out Eamon.
Wild. Well, I bet you're gonna hold those memories forever with you, man, for sure.
Definitely.
Let's kick it back to the East Coast, the crown jewel, the crown of the East Coast, I say, Portland, Maine. The first time I met or had seen you or your work, I think, was when Jacob Powers had that threaded fashion show in Congress Park.
Yeah.
Fall
No,
of
okay.
2019.
Yeah, I remember meeting you there. I remember
Yeah,
you were sitting down saying, "What's up?"
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I probably met you through Josh.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
Josh was
no, you
there.
were sitting with Josh.
Yeah.
You were sitting with Josh, and that's why
Shout out
I came
Josh
up and was
and
like, "Oh,
homie.
what's up?" Because I knew of you sort of. I've seen the podcast because
Yeah.
I became friends with Jacob and then Josh and
Yeah,
that
and
little circle.
we'll get to this too because you actually came through in 2019, but we'll get to that in a second because I saw you at that show. Shout out Jacob, and then
Yeah, big shout out to Jacob.
around this time I think you had been shooting these photos for artists like Dre Armani.
Yep.
And I believe I saw you do some videos for another artist. Actually, both Dre and this artist have been on the podcast. AB the King.
AB, my guy.
I think
Yeah.
the first video I ever saw you do, like just like me, like being tapped into your work, was a video you did with AB.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
When I really started, when I moved back and really started doing music videos.
Post California.
Post California, there was like 2 videos in between. And then when I moved back here and was like, okay, I'm really, I bought a nicer camera. I'm like, I'm really gonna.
When did you do your first video? You think music video for hip hop?
Well, the first video didn't come out. It was sort of just like in between Maine and California.
Got you.
My roommate Eamon, his homie in Kansas City, where he
Got
was
you.
living at the time, shot something for him.
Mm.
It never came out, but that's besides the point.
Mm.
The first actual video that I shot that came out was for Student Splash Daddy
Got you.
and Topi, Lil Topi.
Never heard of him.
And so they're actually, I met them here. I think they're both from here.
From Portland.
Roughly.
Got you.
I met them here, and then on my way back from California, I stopped to see some homies in Austin, Texas from here.
Mm.
They had moved down there on like a short-term lease. It was
Okay.
maybe like a 6-month lease. And I ended up staying with them for basically the rest of the lease. Like they were
Nice.
like a month in when I got there.
So you lived in Texas and you lived in Cali.
Yeah, definitely.
And Maine. That's
Um,
like 3 completely fucking different. Now you got to go to
Mhm.
like Minneapolis or some shit.
Some random spot. Yeah.
Go to some random Midwestern city.
But when I got to Austin, I knew those dudes.
That's tight.
And I knew they were making music, so I reached out and was like, "Oh, hey."
Oh, the people you crashed with were musicians.
Oh, they were musicians. Those weren't the people I did the video for.
Oh.
Splash Daddy and Lil Topi, they lived like not far from me in Austin.
Oh, no
And
shit.
I knew them from here, and I knew they were down there.
So there was 2 little groups of people you kind of knew from Maine.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
It's kind of interesting. And yeah, my roommates were also, they're musicians, really great.
Love that.
They're not hip hop rap though. They're like bands.
Yeah.
They rip it up though.
Nice.
But shot a video for Splash Daddy and Soapy.
Mm.
They had this one song I was really into for some reason.
Nice.
But that was my first video that came out.
Sweet. And then you started really hitting it high gear when you came back from California and you were living
Tried.
back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Slowly but surely.
slowly but surely.
Are you busy
started.
now? We'll get
Busy
to the,
now,
We'll get
for
to
sure.
the I don't know, incline of art, but we together linked initially in late 2019, almost 2 years ago now, which is interesting to think about.
It's crazy to think
Shout out Dre Armani
Big shout
for
out to
bringing
Dre.
you through. That's love, homie. Thank you, Dre. I
Mhm.
appreciate you. I haven't seen you in forever, Dre. I hope you well. I really can't think the last time I saw you. I
Saw
don't
him the
know.
other day
You saw Dre the other day?
at AB's.
Damn, I was
Concert.
working for that.
Yeah.
That was dope too. Actually, I have that on my list of questions too. But shout out Dre Armani. I want to ask you this: what was your first impression of Benny's crib that night? Because you spent many a night here since then. So walking through that door.
It was cool, man. Just I love the vibe in here.
Hell
Love
yeah.
the conversations.
Thank you.
Love what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
So
Thank you. I really appreciate
enjoyed it.
that.
Wanted to keep coming back, obviously.
Hey, and you did, yo. Because in early 2020 we were working together a lot,
Yeah.
doing interviews. But 2020 you also saw the birth of this pandemic and shit. But you stayed busy shooting vids all year. Mostly
Yep.
looked like a lot of outside vids, so you were being pretty safe too.
Yeah, dude.
And
Definitely.
I saw you linking with most of these artists had their own Benny's Crib interview too, so if you're very interested, just search them up. But I saw you linking with Cardiac. I think
Mhm.
you did the Uptown Girl video.
Yep.
For Dre Armani, great song. I love that track. So you're working with Super Permy.
Hell yeah.
Permeate is the hardest. Like people in the 207 and just anywhere got to tap into Super Permy, in my opinion. Because if you like blowing Doja, the loud ass, just hard hip hop tracks, Permy got it. Like
Straight up.
that tape is dope as fuck. That's one of my favorite 207 projects to drop all year.
For real.
And I love that Permy out here doing it like in the 207 area.
Killing it.
Like she hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact.
And also, shout out Dre and Cardiac too. I'm not just trying to gas up
Definitely,
Super Permy, but like I just been playing that Permy tape since it dropped.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Saint Pat too. He been on the
Yeah.
podcast. You work with Saint Pat.
Yeah, shout out Pat.
I think Dukes.
Duke.
Yeah.
Yep. Duke's
Um,
super talented.
And then
For sure.
those just to name a few. Are there any artists or like pieces that you put out last year you want to shout out that I might have missed for 2020?
Oh man. Shout out my guy Local King, the
Okay.
youngin.
Yeah, Local King. I had him because
Putting
I
in
saw
work.
you dropped in 2021 for him. I think.
Yep.
You did a video.
Mm-hmm. There's so many people I feel like at this point. I feel like I've worked with.
It's a lot to
Big
remember
faces.
too.
Yeah.
Especially when you're immersed in the moment and really like soaking up those creative juices of the present. It's hard to think about all the shit you did in the past, you know.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, because you stayed working in 2021. You've been busy with the videos. Shout out the video you dropped for Cardiac early in the year.
Doomsday.
With Cardiac. Yeah, Doomsday.
Doomsday.
That shit hard.
Yo, thank you,
That's
dude.
probably my
I appreciate
favorite
it.
Cardiac track I've heard thus far.
I love it.
That
Yeah.
track is so hard, like kill or be killed, that's the way we condition. It's
Shit goes hard.
I couldn't have a boss because it fucked with my pride or something like that. I'm
Can't
pretty
have
sure.
a boss because it fuck with
That's
my
a bar.
pride.
That's
yeah.
a bar.
G shit for sure.
Shout out Cardiac. Shout out was it Y2J? Is that what he's going by?
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Shout out Y2 Crazy, man. Y'all gotta tap in. I used to
Y2
know him by
Crazy.
Jalen Wise, but Y2 Crazy and Cardiac and his bro.
Mm-hmm.
Again, two really talented motherfuckers in the 207. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to shout out. Oh, Mad recently. You did the Always Forward night too. You did that recap. Shout out that was AB the King's. Like that's his organization, right?
Yeah. Always Forward. That's AB's thing. Major shout out to AB.
Yeah, that was dope. Good lineup too. A lot of people that we've had on the podcast before. A lot of local cats.
Definitely. No, it was a great show. It was cool to see him just doing a good thing for the community.
He skates too.
Yeah,
He's a good skater.
That's how I know him.
That's how you met him first?
Yeah.
And like, let's do this hip hop shit too on the side.
He was the only dude I knew that made rap music around here.
Was he your introduction to pretty much the hip hop scene in a sense?
Oh, for sure.
Shout out Skateboarding.
I should have highlighted
again.
that more. Shout out to AB. He definitely put me on to some names that.
Did you play hip hop like in high school growing up at all? Like, was that
play it
musically as a fan? Because you mentioned rock initially, but then
definitely like after Soulja Boy in middle school and like finding Lil Wayne, like Lollipop was popping when I was young.
That song was everywhere.
Yeah, dude. So it was like that. I mean, then I fell in love with so many different artists. Kanye, a lot of old, like kind of older stuff.
Yeah, I see you
Biggie,
playing Tribe.
Yeah,
I can see you was a
for
Tribe
sure.
kid. Who
There's
doesn't
so
love
many.
playing Tribe? First time you hear Electric Relaxation when you're in high school, you feel like the fucking coolest person alive.
They got some bops, dude.
Some of the best ever. Rest in peace to Five Dog too. But shout out the 2021 output you've had. And you did the Man Got Something to Say, Volume 1 trailer.
Yes.
Much love to that.
True. Thank you.
That was huge.
That was fun.
Early dropped the album out. That was cool too because we got to like kick it in the pandemic in a safe way.
Totally.
We were responsible and shit, which I always appreciate.
Yeah.
And
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, because we had to really like highlight the city.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the best part. Was like, let's really put on. I think that video does a great job accentuating a lot of the different vibes and textures of Portland.
For sure. No, it's fun to. It wasn't something I typically shoot. You know, so
you
it's
kill
always
it with
fun.
the trailers, man. I'm telling you, because
Much love.
That's a good transition because you've been a major factor in getting Benny's Crib as a whole kind of back in the swing of things, having you here. So I just want to give you some flowers and say love and appreciation, yo.
Appreciate you, my guy.
ShotByTristan is definitely a big part of the Benny's Crib conglomerate, the Rhyme Beat conglomerate. You know, I wouldn't call you like an in-house videographer because that's almost disrespectful to what you've built as your own brand.
No.
But when I want to incorporate videographers in the Rhyme Beat art, Tristan is always going to be one of those. High on the list.
My guy.
High on the list. And obviously shout out all the homies who have shot for us, or for me. I always say us, but bro, it's pretty much just me. Shot for me before. And I don't even like saying that because, again, it makes it seem like, you know, it's more of a one-way street vibe maybe to the outside. Videographers who I've been lucky enough to also have in here have been Sarah Violet and Josh Hand.
Ooh.
And now Oliver.
Big shout out to both of them.
What was your last name again, B?
Oliver Renewski.
Renewski?
Yeah, I made it on the fly.
Oh, can I keep making up last names for you on the fly? All right, we got Oliver Tenenbaum today. But yeah, again, shout out to homies Sarah and Josh. Great artists.
Oh my God.
Much
so
love.
talented.
Much love. I love seeing artists in the same field show love to one another. It's a beautiful thing. Is there anything you want to shout out as well from 2021, this going on right now, that I may have missed that you're proud of? Local King, you did some dope shit.
Local King, yep. I feel like I've done a lot of stuff that hasn't come out yet.
Stay tuned.
Honest. Yeah, some stay tuned for sure. Got a lot coming.
Hell yeah.
Got a lot coming, actually.
I'm excited to see it, wholeheartedly. Before we wind down here, I think you know what I'm going to ask next. Are you ready for potentially some, I'm going to have you guess.
Rapid fire?
Rapid fire question.
It's that time. Let's get it.
This might be tough. You mentioned you couldn't really think of many earlier, but what's a favorite music video from growing up?
Crank that, Soulja Boy.
There we go. I saw one today I want to shout out. The Touch It remix by Busta Rhymes. I forgot the production value that these videos had. Like back in like 95 to 2005, I feel like that was the heyday of like cinematic videos. You think of like the Puff Big Boy era of like, let's drop $1 million on the video.
I feel like I was having this conversation with Josh Hand. We were just talking about music video budgets and how it's gone from like these huge budgets to essentially nothing.
Astronomical. You could make an indie movie for half of what a P. Diddy music video.
Yeah.
What's that video?
Yeah.
I think it's Victory maybe, or I forget. There's an exact video with there's helicopters and shit. I'm pretty sure it's like $1 million video that Diddy did. And then you just seen California Love by Tupac and Dre. That's another like mad cinematic one. It's like,
I can't even.
who's funding this?
I'm not even gonna front like I've seen it. I'm not sure.
It's okay.
I'm not sure.
I like the honesty is more important than anything here. All right, crank that Soldier Boy. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Which one's your favorite? Most important meal of the day.
Yeah.
And the thing about breakfast
Definitely.
is you can legit have whatever you want. America does this thing where it's like you gotta have donut, you gotta have eggs. It's like other countries wake up, they have like rice and one egg and like veggies for breakfast.
Sounds
That's
pretty good.
gastronaut. I love doing that.
Yeah.
I love getting like beans and rice with egg for breakfast.
Yeah, dude.
Colombian coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat pork really, but like if you get like something like a spicy chorizo chicken sausage in a sense,
Yeah. Bomb.
delicious. Who's a 207 MC? You spin a lot.
MC. That can be a.
Any hip hop artist,
right?
yeah. Any hip
Yeah.
hop artist is cool.
Definitely. There's this one song off Permy State. Excuse me, off Permy State. I've been bumping.
Which one?
Heart. That's it. I think
Trying to think.
it's Heart.
How's that one go?
I got Heart. Something.
I'm trying to think because there's two I play a lot. Moon, which is a dope piano beat, and there's one where it's like gold rope around my neck, but I won't choke. I forget what that one is, and that one's hard as fuck too.
I gotta re-listen to the whole.
It's hard
tape,
though, right?
But
Shout out your shirt too. Shout out Pendeja Studio. Some of the best, most beautiful shit in the States get made from Pendeja, or has been made. I think their latest drop has been sold out for a minute, but whenever they drop, get Pendeja shit. Trust me.
Super
And
dope.
ACAB all day. You already know. Let's keep it going. What's a book you want to shout out?
A book? Oh, dang,
a book,
dude.
a piece of literature.
Man, I haven't read a book in so long. To be
Could
honest.
be a youth book, Curious George or something.
Curious George. Oh, what's the one with the caterpillar? The Hungry
Caterpillar by Eric Carle.
Well, shout out that one, man.
Great illustrations in that novel as well.
Yeah,
Impactful
Love
to
it.
the youth.
absolutely. The
Everyone
imagery.
out there, just you can blossom just like that motherfucking caterpillar. What is it? Is it called the ugly caterpillar?
I think it's the Hungry
Oh,
Caterpillar.
hungry. What's the
Right?
the ugly duckling is what I'm thinking of.
Ugly Duckling. Yeah, yeah.
There's got to be some problematic themes to the ugly duckling that I haven't yet figured out. But I remember I was really enamored by that when I was younger. I mean, let's be honest. At least like half the human shit we've experienced is probably mad toxic. Anyway, what's an important lesson you've learned in this game thus far?
Ooh, man. I feel like I've learned so many.
It's a lot of lessons, yo. You can learn a lesson every day. I try to.
Important lesson. Listen to the song before you tell them you're gonna do the video. Respectfully. I've definitely got myself into some weird situations where like I said yes just on some like job stuff.
Yeah.
And then I heard the song and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Not my vibe.
Out of respect for the artist and myself.
Yeah,
you know?
just, you didn't vibe with it sonically.
Yeah.
Got you.
And that can't, for me personally, that can't really translate into like a quality product.
I feel that.
You know?
Well, that means a lot. Then that means you've enjoyed everything you've done here.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I
No,
like
I really, especially these days, I try and just work with tracks or people or projects that
You vibe with
I really vibe with.
Yeah, that's important.
In a sense, I mean, you know, you can't just be in it for the money or it. Yeah, I don't know.
You might
It becomes just
lose
a
that
job,
artistry.
I guess.
Yeah, and you might forget the reason why you got into it initially.
Exactly.
That's what I tell myself. And artists out there, I've realized, myself included heavily, pardon me, I burped. You gotta have a thick skin, yo. Because sometimes, speaking for me, I'm a very sensitive individual, and that will correlate into my art. And sometimes if someone doesn't fuck with something, or I don't get the love that I wanted for something, I set an expectation for something when I shouldn't have, and it doesn't get met, that can make you feel in your feelings. And I realized, like, just because someone you like might have not, like, promoted something that you wanted them to promote. Let's say someone didn't respond to, like, a text or something you sent them. You never know what headspace someone's in. Like, they could be mad busy dealing with shit that's just not in the time period where you're trying to link with them. Someone could send you a song and say, do a video for this. And then you listen, that person listens to it and says, hey, I hate to do this, but, like, I don't think I can bring this vision to life on this song. It be like that. Like, pretty much what I'm saying is you'll go a lot farther in any game you're in, especially in the creative art world, if you respect that other people might have a difference of opinion, and you can still work with them in a business relationship and respect them for that, rather than get, like, immediately sensitive if something doesn't go your way. I think that's a huge lesson that artists should know, because I'm a pretty sensitive individual, and I've learned that everything ain't about me, B. Just because someone may
It's
not
true.
want to work with me, it doesn't necessarily mean it's about my character. It could be about their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Just because someone doesn't respond, like, again, there's so many different things you can let your head and your mind and anxiety do, especially being locked up in the pandemic like we were kind of last year. Just don't take shit too personal is pretty much what I'm saying, you know, like, don't burn out a relationship in one go because you get kind of caught in your feelings. You never know, like, you might be able to work with that person down the line. That's an advice I would give, if that makes sense. Portland food spot you love.
There's so many.
That's
dude.
an even harder question.
Lately, my thing's been Bon Appetit.
Bro,
The
that's
banh
one of my
mi's.
favorite places in town.
Yeah,
Bon Appetit's stupid.
smacking.
The
Lemongrass
lemongrass,
beef.
yeah.
Yo, that's
I do
the
I do the
one,
lemongrass
dude.
chicken, but
Oh, chicken? Okay,
Yeah.
that I'm sure it's stank.
yeah,
I'm sure
I'll eat beef every now and then. Like, I
Yeah.
eat poultry heavily. I try and cut back on my meat, but I eat poultry heavily, and then beef's like what I'll go to next, and then pork's like third after that. 'Cause
True.
you can get some good ass beef, like a nice Wagyu steak with like some greens and avocado on the side. I mean, come on. But anyway,
Forget about it.
forget about it, Jack. Shout out Bon Appetit heavily.
Mm.
They're an institution I really love. Been getting their banh mi sandwiches for a minute. I've never had a bad one. I remember like a nice brewery day where you gotta hit a brewery somewhere in like the East End.
There's a
Slide
couple
through and
down
get
there,
it. What'd you say?
right down the street, I think. Right down near the park,
Which one?
down near KP.
Oh, you're talking
A
about
couple
you're talking about,
breweries.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
near Kennedy Park, there's a bunch of breweries and shit now. They didn't gentrify the whole area to be straight, but like the whole fucking city is. But regardless, you need food in your stomach, go hit a Bon Appetit. Go to the East End, crack a couple allegedly, like several allegedly. Go hit a brewery allegedly. But shout out Bon Appetit. That's a great answer. Who's an artist you'd still want to work with? Could be like a national artist, like a dream job for a video.
Uzi,
Oh, it'd be pretty wild.
that would be fun.
It'd be pretty wild. You got a pretty
Uzi for sure.
I say this in a complimentary way. Like, you got a pretty spastic way you can transition shots and create like a
Thank you.
chaotic energy
I try.
to your music, or to your videos that match the vibe of the music, and I think that would work quite well.
Hell yeah.
What's your dream camera?
Dream camera? Oh man, I don't really know. I'm pretty happy with the one I got now.
Nice. That's a good thing, yo. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
You know, there's obviously bigger, crazier, fancier ones that shoot, but I mean,
You ain't Christopher Nolan over here. You
Yeah,
Tristan Anderson.
you know,
Christopher
works for
Nolan would
me.
love to be Tristan Anderson. He'd love to be filming shit in this apartment. Who's a videographer you respect?
Omar Jones.
Omar Jones. I'm not sure.
Crazy.
Let me Google
Crazy.
this. Omar Jones. I gotta
Omar
see.
Jones.
I gotta see.
Lone Wolf. Cole Bennett, obviously.
Omar Jones. Oh, I'm already on the motherfucker shot for Theravada.
Dude, yo, you should dig through a few.
Yeah,
of these
I'm
dude's
gonna put
videos.
Omar Jones in the back burner because Theravada's. Oh man, the way he blend. Oh, yeah,
This
he's making
dude
the
is
brick.
crazy.
Yeah, I that's different. We're putting that in the back.
I just need to see this dude's computer setup,
Yeah,
to be honest, because the stuff he does is like my computer would catch on fire. For sure.
just like the GoPro dude.
Mhm, yeah. Oh, man.
Our GoPro overheated earlier. You might have noticed it due to the transitional tone of change, whatever. A couple more questions here, Tristan. What dinosaur would you be?
Probably a T-Rex.
Nice. Little arms though, it'd be tough to shoot.
Tiny arms.
How would you process everything? How would you change the settings in your
have to
camera?
adapt. I'd
You'd
have
make
to
the
figure it
first
out.
T-Rex accessible camera. Proudest moment you've had thus far?
Proudest moment so far. It's a really tough one for me, honestly.
You should be proud of a lot, Tristan.
Appreciate that. I would say I definitely feel proud and a sense of accomplishment when I send the final to someone and they react real positively to it. And
Don't change
they're
anything.
down.
This
Yeah,
is
right,
perfect.
right. They're like, oh, it's good. This is the one. Yeah, definitely feel proud then. At the same time, I'm not overly proud of anything I've
You're
done
still
thus
hungry.
far. I'm still,
There's room to grow.
it just feels like I could do better, you know?
Yes.
I haven't quite hit it on the head yet, but
Give yourself your flowers, but always push for daily growth.
exactly.
What's an album or an artist that puts you in a good mood?
Ooh, there's so many. Oh, do you know the band Sales?
That sounds hella familiar, but I can't name a song.
So, Sales has a self-titled album. Sales, obviously. We played that a bunch in Texas I just have like a ton of really good memories associated with the music, and the music's very, very like it's good like cooking music, chill music.
I love that kind.
I could show you some after this.
I like that. Texas music that reminds me of those vibes would be Khruangbin. I'm probably.
What is it?
I could have butchered their name. It's Khraungbin or Khruangbin. It's one of those.
Okay.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. One of my favorite modern bands. Limited vocals. I think it's a 3-piece. Mostly like alternative jazzy rock in a sense.
Sure. Yeah.
But it has some riffs and almost vibes similar to jam music, where it's just you just lock into the instrumentation and it's beautiful. But it's not like it's not like Fish or some shit like that. Where not that I'm talking shit, but it's just like
No.
Khruangbin's a really unique band. I really like them a lot. Oh hell yeah. I appreciate your answers. You survived the rapid fire. And let's wrap it up here in a sense. What's up in Tristan's world currently? Any major moves? Pun intended.
Major moves. Yeah. So I just locked down an apartment in Brooklyn.
See you, Jack.
So, yeah, making the big jump from little city to the big city.
There we go, man.
Gonna see what it has to offer.
That's exciting. You excited?
I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
We're gonna miss you here, but you gotta spread your motherfucking wings.
I'm gonna miss Portland and everyone here, but I'm gonna be back.
Oh yeah,
you know?
You never leave your
quite a
home
bit.
anyway, bro. You from here?
Facts.
Hell yeah. Is there any projects you want? Well, first off, best of luck to your endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
I hope that when you're immersed in the scene of other creatives, other videographers, you can maybe start to really keep building on your craft and keep learning new things from yourself, your time, your experiences, your peers. And also, I think you'll probably link with a lot of dope artists and maybe do some videos and shit down there, too.
That's what I'm hoping, man.
I know the homies Be-All and Alex and Garrett and Soto and NV are all down there, so shout out them. I wish you the best, Tristan. We're going to miss you out here, but
Thank you, my guy.
you got to fucking spread those wings, man. True friends never want to see their friends just stay in the same place and never grow. Like, if you really, really care about someone, you won't want to have them tied down. That way they're always around you and potentially not feeling at their full potential. You want to let that motherfucker spread their wings, and that's what that Good Will Hunting monologue is saying is, I hope one day I just don't have you around because you're out there living your best life at your fullest. And
Appreciate
that's pretty
you, man.
dramatic analogy, but it's true, man. Like,
No, it's true.
because at the same time, I'll miss you, but I just think it's better for you to do your best shit. You shouldn't be if you want to grow. And second, when I'm in the city, I want to get some dollar slices and I need to crash the couch. I can add you to the list, PM. So that's really
Come
how it,
through,
that's
man.
really how it works. I would love to. I think I'm gonna try and come down to the city sometime. Cause low key, y'all like, yo, this kid's a hip hop journalist and he's saying this. I've never been to New York City. I've been to New York mad times, but I've only driven through it.
No.
I've never posted. My feet have never touched a borough.
Oh my god, dude, come through. For real.
If I touch
I've only
a
been
borough,
a few times.
I'm blowing so much Doja. I'm playing so much Pharaoh Monch, and I'm getting so much Jamaican food. My eyes are gonna start to fucking just have oxtail fucking gravy in the bottom.
It's
of
good down there, man. I know a couple spots.
Stop it. All right,
I
we gotta
swear.
get out of here. We gotta get out. Well, anyway, best of luck in your endeavor.
Much love.
Is there any stay tuned moments or any projects you want to tease?
Yeah, I got a lot coming. Got something with Super Permy off that album.
Yes.
It's actually Love. It's been talked about.
Where's the
before.
love?
Yeah.
That's a good
So
song.
we shot Love. That's coming. Got something with Pat coming. I got two things with Pat coming.
Shout out
actually.
Saint Pat.
My guy, Tongue Tied. We actually have something in the vaults. We shot something a while ago. Finished it a while ago. We're looking to do another video, I think, before we drop that one.
I love that.
Then I got another sort of big project coming up, in a way. Not coming up. I've been working on it, but can't really say who it's for quite yet. But more on like the commercial side of stuff.
Tell me after.
Yeah, no, I will for sure.
Pink Naval dropped me some major news last week that I was cathartically interested in, but I can't tell you shit. Hey, yo, I'm pretty damn trustworthy, y'all say. I got a good vault, so to speak, so hit me with your secrets. I'm excited to hear it.
No doubt.
Regardless, and allegedly, I don't know anything. Where can peeps reach you? What's a good place for contacting you for inquiries and business discussion?
Basically,
Booking.
all socials. It's just ShotByTristan. Website, ShotByTristan.com. The only thing that is sort of different is my Instagram. It's at _ShotByTristan. Because the dude wouldn't sell me the real handle, unfortunately.
Give me his address. Give me his at. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm thinking I'm gonna wait maybe another year and ask again very nicely.
Yeah,
Just see if he's
got a
got about it.
GoFundMe going for this shit. Let's go to buy him out.
Yeah.
Well,
Need it.
Straight up. Well, Tristan, unless you have anything you want to plug, I have one more question.
Let's hear it.
And you've been guessing them right. What do you think I'm gonna ask you?
I know what you're gonna ask.
All right.
Where am I gonna be a year from now?
Where will Tristan Anderson be 1 year from now?
I'd like to think New York, maybe, if things go well.
That's what Pink Navel said. Maybe you'll
Yeah.
bump into them in Spanish Harlem with their dog.
Definitely, would love to. Yeah, hopefully New York, doing exactly what I'm doing right now,
New
just on a bigger
York.
scale. New York,
Hell
big
yeah.
city.
Making videos for man, I listen to a lot of New York hip hop. I'm trying to think who would be a dope. What would match your AJ Radico. I can see you getting a video with AJ Radico.
You gotta put me on to some people.
I'll tap you in. I might even give you some names that like are at the level where they're big enough to like really get a good placement, but small because they're on the rise in a sense.
Yeah.
But small enough where they're not like hit my management who will give you my business, who will hit you with the
Right.
assistant to the business manager, who will probably send you some random PR person.
Yeah.
To go around. Yeah, AG Radico is I think from Queens.
Cool.
I could be saying their name wrong too, but really, really dope. Hell yeah. Tristan, it's been an honor to have you here, my friend.
My guy.
We're going to miss you and your visuals here, but we don't fret the things we cannot control. There's always more fish in the sea. And best of luck again, man. Thanks to y'all for listening. Shout out Yardy Ting. Shout out Pendeja Studio. Your dollars are your votes. Make sure you support the right the worthy shit, motherfuckers that out here putting on for their communities.
True.
And
Very true.
We'll see you next time. Much love. Peace.